party people, my name is Zloyxp and welcome back to the Saturday Vanilla Friends. In the previous episode we have pranked Pixlriffs and I was hoping to include some footage of his reaction to that prank in today's episode, but the fate has decided not really against it, but maybe even too much for it, right? Basically, something went sudden and right now Pixlriff is banging on my Discord, calling me in. So I don't really have a choice, do I? I need to go in the while still recording, obviously, and let's see, let's investigate what happened and what went wrong with our earlier prank. And turns out that I'm not that good at redstone as I thought I was, because this thing is broken. Now we do have some advantage here. And that is that I had my camera account on the server at the moment. So let me actually leave it be right like this somewhere right here. I'm gonna answer his call. I'm gonna reply to him. I'm gonna like, yeah, sure. What seems to be the problem, Mr. Pix? And I'm gonna actually show up here. I don't know. Let's see where I still can unscrew it up. Just gotta figure it out. Hi. Yes.
Hello. Come on down.
I'm trying to, but you don't have a splash elevator.
Yeah, I know. I need to work on that for this whole place. But I have a bone to pick with you. I have several bones in the form of a ribcage. What do you call this? How am I supposed to explain this?
I don't know. What is this?
This is your work, right? This has to be your work.
I don't know, is it?
This is who else would bring the legions of the damned to my spawner, which, you know, to be fair, grinds through a fair amount of the legions of the damned on a regular basis. But these damned are so damned that they have your face, and it's a curse in and of itself. And they appear to all be clustered around. I was not at all certain why the skeletons weren't like firing their bows at me, and now I realize they're holding swords, and this whole thing makes me very uneasy.
The skeletons are especially stupid because they look like it's me but starved to death.
Yeah, it's like the balanced diet wasn't working out for you. So what am I supposed to do with these? I mean, do you want them back? Like, I don't know. I could put them through the regular like,
come here.
skeleton grinder. Hang on. What's up?
I can explain.
Okay. Ah! What? What did you do that for? Slowy! Oh my days! Okay, let's. Oh. Dude! Oh man, they're all getting stuck behind the jet. Dude, this is, you know that scene in a comedy where, like, oh gosh, they're coming here now. That scene in a comedy where, like, two people try and squeeze through, like, a doorway and they can't get through. Yeah,
they're too polite to go before the other one.
They're just all doing that behind my row of chests. This was such a well thought out prank.
I know, right? It screwed up 2 times in a row.
Also, some of them seem to be dropping more than one Zloy head. Like, how many of these things did you put on them?
I have no idea.
I think am I getting more than one because I've got looting on this sword?
that should not happen. I'll have you know.
I don't think so, but oh man, oh boy, I've got. What am I supposed to do with 12 of your head?
Honestly, whatever you feel fit.
Yeah, I literally just got 2 from that one skeleton. I'm standing here with 14 now, and I only killed one thing.
Yeah, I messed up with the quasi connectivity. It's yeah.
Oh man, I feel really bad that didn't work now, because that would have been so confusing. Oh gosh.
But it still kind of did. Okay, let me get back on the server in a moment.
come back here and answer for what you've done.
Hello. Aren't you happy that we have player head drops enabled on the server?
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I've got 15 of these things. I'm like, I might just decorate the place. I might just put them in the occasional the occasional spot down here. Feel free to have all of the armor back. I know you said you lost all of your stuff in lava. I'm like, maybe you can make use of some of this.
Well, not all of my stuff. Apparently, like some survived, but yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, great A1 shenanigans there, Zloy. Good job. Is it my turn to prank you? I feel like this was a self-prank. I feel like more than anything.
It really was, especially considering how much time I've spent setting this up.
You got yourself pretty good.
Yeah.
I have to say. You know what? I'm gonna leave that there. I'm gonna leave that there in memory of this prank. I was gonna do some other stuff, like kind of carve out this section
well,
here. Well,
if you wanted to make it into a trophy room, that kind of worked out.
I'm fully expecting to like have this all put behind me for like several episodes, like weeks, months down the line, and then an army of diamond zombies comes out of that wall.
Yeah, one day you just all open your open your wardrobe and just a flock of phantoms flies out.
Like something out of Jumanji or whatever. Yeah. Oh man. If you guys are watching this on my channel, go and check out Zloy's video where he set all of this up, because I'm sure tons of work went into it, and I'm sorry it was so anticlimactic, but
no problem.
That means there's room for improvement, and that's what you always want, really, isn't it?
I'll get you next time, Pixlriffs. Well, that went poorly, to say the least, but at least at the very least we got the first prank out of the way. Guys, there is a Russian saying that says the first pancake is always the worst. Like the first out of the batch. So this just means that we gotta go ahead and go on to our second pancake. Friends, I am like putting out a call to arms right now. Guys, in the comments down below and in the iCards in the upper right corner, do help me pick out my new victim. The options are Whip or Necromancer. One of the two, and whoever wins the poll gets to be my next person that I want to prank. Now, why do I want to prank those particular two people? And yes, there is a spider inside of the Terry the Phantom cage. He kind of spawned there on its own. That's his deal. It's his pet spider now. But yeah, get this. Whip actually has a fish farm that he frequently AFKs at, so there is a chance that I could probably even sabotage one of his AFK sessions. At the same time, if I do conquer his base, if I successfully murderize him using my undead horde, I will probably be able to grab his grab the name tags from that AFK fish farm and steal them from him. Because yeah, obviously I need name tags. When creating an army of mobs that despawn, you need name tags, and plenty of. So yeah, that's my plan according to Whip and Nashcrafter. Oh, Nashcrafter. Nashcrafter nowadays is almost a necromancer of her own, so we need to fight the competition before it rises its head even further. So yeah, we'll talk more about Nash and her necromancy attempts in the next video. Right now, I actually wanted to dedicate the rest of this video to something completely different and way less pranky, if you don't mind. Yes, this will be a tiny bit show and tell. Heck, it will be kind of a direct violation of the show don't tell rule. But off screen, off camera, behind the scenes, between the videos, I promised you to walk on the tower that we have as our mob farm, mob grinder thingy-majig. And go figure, I actually did it for once. So, lo and behold, my brand new tower of awesomeness that also spawns mobs sometimes. Basically, right now I added this additional tunnel, and let me tell you, with my terrible tools, basically with iron enchanted pickaxes, this was not really fun to dig out. However, I dug out this tunnel down here, and imagine that this ladder here actually leads inside of the redstone compartment of the tower that grinds mobs. Basically, you pull this lever, you suffer terrible frame rate drop, but after a while this thing actually warms up and starts spewing monsters at you. Now, right now, Mythical Sausage is 2 on the server, so this thing will not be as efficient as it would usually. But usually, if I am alone on the server, then this little hatch here would start spewing out creepers, and this here would start spewing out zombies and skeletons. And yeah, it is pretty cool. It is pretty great that now I finally have a place to AFK at that is also far enough away from the actual spawning platforms that I don't have to worry about like overloading the mob cap and whatnot. But at the same time, this is not all. Obviously, it is never all. This is not all that I've done off camera, guys. This is but the insides, but the belly of the beast. Let's go and check out the hide of the beast, because that is a sight to behold. Heck, you know what? Let me quickly do a bit of a ritual and summon my game mod free account into the action, because this needs to be seen from the bird's eye view. Okay, here we are in a very astral form, and this is where we just rise through the ceiling. Take a look at the place that I apparently dug out of trees and, you know, deforested properly, only to start planting spruce on it. But then we take a swoosh and look at this. Yeah, can you even recognize her? This is our farm. Yes, it is. It's still it. It has like redstone stuff inside of it. This is our mob grinder. But now it looks like this sort of Necromancer, you know, just dead undead thingamajig tower. It has this skull with a crown, kind of, you know, signifying that a Lich King, Necromancer King living in here. It has the skulls with the little skeleton beats, resembling the ribcage of the Wither boss itself. It has this thing, candelabra looking thingamajig, holding up the spike going out, that I will have the time of my life trying to mirror it on all four sides of the tower. And yeah, check it out. Isn't it great? Isn't it cool? But if you think that it is, first of all, do leave a like, do let me know in the comments. But also, you don't know all of it yet. Believe you me, what I here have planned for this area is much more bigger and much more interesting. And listen up, guys, and do let me know, because this idea here is simultaneously pretty friggin' stupid and also pretty fun. So I would love to hear your opinions. So get this, you can notice that this tower is, well, entirely redstonified on the inside. One person cannot live inside of it, and that is absolutely correctly. The person will not live in it. I will not. My base will not reside inside of the tower, but it also will not reside inside of the tunnels beneath it either. What I want to have is I want there basically to be 2 towers. That's right, it's Lord of the Rings 2 all over again, but hear me out. We will have 2 towers. This smaller one as our arrival spot for the guests, and the bigger one at the end of this bridge, somewhat deeper into the island around here. Just rising from the ground into the sky, being even higher than this one, and even bigger and even more beautiful. So the idea here is that as you arrive here, you go down to this bridge down here, or like maybe I will make a secondary bridge tiny bit higher, but you go down to this bridge down here. And as you go down, not only do you see the great Necromancer Tower of Zloy, literally towering over the island and the server at most, but also you realize that this bridge here is the only thing between you and hordes upon hordes of undead roaming the island. Customized, armor-wearing, undespawnable, not burning in the sunlight undead, who will absolutely tear you apart if you accidentally or otherwise fall from this bridge. That's what I want from this island. I want it to be a no living man's land. I want this place to be really hard to navigate unless you came from the one spot from which I actually expect you. That's my idea here. And let me know in the comments down below if that sounds stupid, and or maybe like even like too hard to achieve. Too. I know, like, I'm not the Minecraftiest Minecrafter of them all, but I try. The idea here is that I will basically tear down all of the trees, all of the forest. I will maybe terraform the entire thing into gray, purple, black, brown, whatever colors that I want. And also populate it manually with using non-despawnable renamed monsters. At the same time, I want the island. Obviously, I too am a player, and my own monsters will happily tear me apart even when given an opportunity. But I want, at the same time, to have the entire island be accessible via bridges leading from the main Necromancer tower, and also via tunnels that I already, you can see, dug out low below. I want there to be several access points to the tunnels, such as this skull right here, such as the inside of the tower, such as this bridge out here. And yeah, again, that's why I love this concept so much, because when you cannot go over the ground, you need to come up with some sort of a other mode of transportation. Maybe I will have some chamber that will be only accessible via nether portal. Maybe I will have some chamber that will only be accessible via secret passage. Maybe I will have some chamber that will only be accessible via, I don't know, elytra flying into it. I don't know. I have many ideas, most of them stupid, and I really want your opinion on them. So do let me know in the comments. Once again, I said it so many times. I apologize if it seems like I'm just trying to use you guys to basically farm comments at this point. I really do, but I need some feedback, okay? And just because of how in love I am myself with this idea, and I'm a skeptic. The more I am in love with something, the more I need someone else to take a look at this and validate my own opinion, just to tell me, yes, Lloyd, this is actually pretty fun, or no, Lloyd, this is actually pretty freaking stupid. What were you thinking? So yeah, this is what I'm thinking. And now you get to tell me that it is pretty stupid. And what were you thinking, Zloy? Another question, of course, is if I overshot it on the skull motif, because there might be too many skulls around. Even on this very picture, there's already 5. But at the same time, what if it's actually not enough skulls? That's food for thought. Anyway, guys, thank you everybody so much for watching. I will be working more on this thing, kind of digging out the forests and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Thank you everybody so much for watching. To be continued, all that kind of stuff. Do subscribe if you unsubscribed yet. Do leave a like if you enjoyed this one. My name is Zloyxp. To be continued. Have a good one. Bye bye.